Hello everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to review of Iowa, the same released by the band Slipknot. Today is celebrating the 25th anniversary of the album, so I decided to go back and check if it still holds up or not. I've already reviewed their records All Hope Is Gone in the end so far, so go check those videos out. My story with this band is quite simple. My sister showed me their music back in 2001, before this record actually came out, and I just adored that stuff. On Iowa we've got the classic lineup of the band, which is Corey Taylor on the vocals, Mick Thompson on the guitars, Clown on percussion backing vocals, Craig Jones on samples, Jim Root on the second guitar. He played on one song on the previous record. We've got Chris Fenn on percussion backing vocals, Paul Gray on the bass, rest in peace legend, Jory Jordison on the drums, also rest in peace legend, and Sid Wilson on turntables and vocals on the intro song. The production was handled by Russ Robinson, who is currently called the godfather of nu metal because he produced all of those bands. For example, he did the first two Korn releases, Machine Head, The Burning Red, first Limp Bizkit album, and also their fifth record, The Unquestionable Truth Part 1, first two Glassjaw albums, and also the first two Slipknot records. His production is tight and raw at the same time because he mostly focuses on trying to make the band sound as tight as possible live, and then just record it on tape and sometimes fix the mistakes if there were any, but usually they just want to capture that raw feeling of the band together. He also creates a so-called safe space for the musicians to let go of their traumas by becoming the most violent people ever. To put it shortly, he annoys the people, he makes them spill out their darkest secrets, and he wants them to write the songs about that stuff. This is why when you're going to listen to the records produced by Ross in the 90s and early 2000s, you're going to notice immediately how the vocal performance of every vocalist is very emotional and off the rails, because he wants them to be in this mindset. Going back to the production aspects, this record sounds very abrasive, very heavy, but still there's enough clarity for you to hear every instrument separately if you're going to focus on that, which at least to me is very important, and I applaud Russ Robinson from creating this ball of chaos and actually shaping it to be coherent and sounding perfect even after 25 years. Message is diverse, the songs are mostly about nihilism, depression, suicide, society, personal struggles with addictions, fame, living as a homeless person, hating on your father who abandoned you, dissing on other nu metal bands on the track I Am Hated. There are also some tracks here about unhealthy relationships, necrophilia, and also calling out the music business in general. I urge you to read the lyrics by yourself because they're quite fascinating. When it comes to the structure of the songs, it's basic, standard intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. Usually a bridge is 2 to 3 different segments, and almost every song, when they hit the second verse, they slightly change the guitar riffs and the vocals are different. That is it. When it comes to the music genre of this release, this is a mix between nu metal and death metal. What is interesting that this is not the only album which is an amalgamation of these styles that came out in 2001. The other one is Chimera Pass Out of Existence, and it came out 2 months later, in October 2001. This particular brand of nu metal that Slipknot was cultivating on the first two records is inspired by the first two Korn albums, where the vocals have to be screamed, shouted, yelled, growled, but also sung in a very emotional way. The guitar riffs are heavy and down-tuned. The only noticeable differences from the Korn formula on this release is that Slipknot has a DJ. Their drummer is much more talented than David Silveria, so besides the groovy and jazzy stuff, he also blast beats and uses a lot of death metal techniques in his playing. And the bassist actually doesn't do that much interesting stuff. He doesn't have a funky background, he's only playing what the guitarists are, and sometimes he goes on his own, but it's not like the core identity of the band. He writes the music, Paul Gray, but his bass playing is mostly in sync with the guitars. He's not going off every few seconds like Phil did it, so those are the only differences. And obviously the overarching death metal influence is that every guitar riff sounds like they've just been listening to the 90s death metal scene. A lot of riffs here are very technical and hard to play, but we also get more groovier and basic nu metalish parts. Now let's talk about the musicianship. Let's start with the band's drummer, Joey, rest in peace. This dude was a legend. His double bass work is fabulous. The blast beat sections, tasty. The grooves, the style, the tempo changes, the precision of his playing. He was the best member of Slipknot to me. I cannot believe that they've just fired him through email in 2014. What the hell was wrong with Slipknot back then? I will never know. All I can say is that to me the band is dead, since Joey and Paul are not a part of the lineup. Drumming on Iowa is one of the highlights of this release. Next we've got the bass work by Paul. The bass is audible and he mostly follows the guitars, but what's important is that him and Joey are mostly writing all of the songs together here. His playing is nothing fancy, but he was an integral piece to this band. Without him it just doesn't make any sense. Next we've got the guitar work by Mick and Jim, and their playing is fabulous. I love the crunchy, heavy tremolo guitar riffs, the heavier groovier parts, mixed with very eerie nu-metallish sections here and there. Their ferocious playing is the backbone of this music. Next we've got Clown and Craig Jones, sometimes kicking the keg and providing something else to the band. Not sure what they're doing here besides that, and also backing vocals. It's fine. Next we've got DJ Starscream, who provided vocals for the intro, and he's also DJing sometimes and doing those weird sound effects. I find it hilarious that this might be the last record we actually hear him having such a prominent role in the band. Like, he's almost on every song here, you can hear him somewhere. And last but not least, let's mention Corey's vocals, which are straight up amazing. His screaming, shouting, yelling, growling is on point. He is so full of hatred and anger that he actually blew out his voice after this release. Which is easy to believe, because as you're listening to this stuff, you're like, wow, this guy is just going off. Russ Robinson has unleashed a beast upon the world. This is the last time Corey sounds like a creature for another dimension, and I applaud him for his efforts. He has never reached those heights again, but what he left us with his vocal performance on this album will live on forever. Also, his singing and rapping was fantastic as well. Nothing to criticize here. Now we can finally talk about the individual songs. The album has about an intro, 515. I think that's like a number to Iowa or something, and I do enjoy this track. We can hear DJ Starscream, Sid Wilson, who recently was kicked out of the band, screaming his heart out because his grandfather passed away. And Russ Robinson, the man he is, had an idea: let's just record this and put this an intro on the record because it's vicious and heavy. And the band was like, hell yeah, and Sid Wilson was probably crying in the background, dying inside, but it is what it is. 10 out of 10. People equal shit does not fuck around. We get the intro, we get fucking blast beat section, Corey is growling his heart out, then that main guitar riff hits, one more time, motherfucker. I just love the energy and the viciousness of this song. Every single part here slaps. That DJ build up, one more time, motherfucker. I just love that second verse where everybody hates me now, so fuck it, blood's on my face and my hands and I don't know why. I'm not afraid to cry, but it's none of your business. I just love it, how it sounds. And after the second chorus we get that cool drum solo from Joey. This is one of the best songs from this band, 11 out of 10. Disasterpiece is another highlight, it just never lets go. That main melody. I wanna sit your throat and fuck. That line always makes me laugh, but it's also very cool. My wormwood meets your pesticide. I always like how he says that line. You never get out, cause you are never alive. I am infinite. I am the infinite finite. Come a little closer, so you why. No one is safe. Noises, noises, people make noises when you're sick. I love that chorus, and it's 100% true. Especially for me, because I have misophonia and it annoys the hell out of me, you know, the noises. That heavy section with I'm not supposed to be here, I'm not supposed to be, is also genius. Every band member is at their top here. I could actually say that about every song on this release. Love the bridge part as well, it's the most nu-metalish part of this song. Pull your hands away, I'm gone, goodbye. It's so depressing, withering away, take a look inside My soul is missing. All I have is that, so I'll take you with me. I feel like I'm erased. I cannot sing for shit, but I just love that moment as well. This is another 11 out of 10. Next we've got My Plague, a single, a music video. This track lost a Grammy to Korn, Here to Stay. Which, fine, Here to Stay is better actually. I always found it hilarious that this song promotes that awful Resident Evil movie from 2002, but it is what it is. The intro here with those weird noises is just so vicious here. I'm in connections for the final act you came here for. They wonder if you manage is the water pour. I need a minute to elaborate for everyone that everyday bullshit face that you have done. Love everything about this song, yes, even the melodic chorus. I know why you plague me. I know why you blame yourself. Beautiful stuff, love the crunchy death metallic bridge. I can never be you. To me this song is not on the same level as most of the tracks here, but it still slaps. While I don't love this song as much as the previous two and the next two ones, it's still a highlight of this release, 10 plus out of 10. Fun fact, Everything Ends was my favorite Slipknot song back in 2001 when this record came out. I was like 4 at the time and I just adored this song. I would play it every single day, like my family was tired of it and I think they took my cassette tape away. Because my sister had a CD and our like music tower had that thing where you could record the CD onto the cassette tape. And I've done so and I would listen to my cassette tape all the time of the IO record. And they were just not having it, they were like, no, stop it. I feel like this song has several meanings, like I would use it like in 2013 after going through a bad breakup, because it sounds like a song about a abusive relationship with someone else, but apparently it's about Corey being angry at himself and thinking about suicide. Fine, it can be about that as well. What is interesting here is how cool the chorus sounds, the crazy verses where the entire band just goes bonkers. That part where he shouts suffer before the bridge, or what am I doing? Is there anyone left in my life? It's all fine, but I just love the intro and the chorus. You are wrong, fucked and overrated. I think I'm gonna be sick and it's your fault. This is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. I haven't slept since I woke up and found my whole life was a lie, motherfucker. This is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. I think like current day Corey should listen to this song and take something away from it. Another fun fact, I did a guitar cover of this song for the 20th anniversary of Iowa on my second YouTube channel, because I love this song so much, it's one of my favorites to this very day. 11 out of 10. 8, 7, 6, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The Heretic Anthem, one of the singles, without a music video. This track is a middle finger to all of the record label producers and all of those music businessmen people that Slipknot hated because they would not sign the band. It's one of their heaviest songs, I just love that in the build-up he just starts screaming. I adore this song so much that I did a Doom MIDI cover of it for today's anniversary, so don't forget to check it out, or maybe you've just checked it out and came here to watch the review. Hello? I'm a pop star, Fred, I'm not dead yet. Got a super dread bat with an angel drug head. Like a deadbeat winner, I wanna be a sinner. And another spin for the industry killer. A hideous man that you don't understand. Throw a suicide party and I'm guaranteed to fucking stop. It sounds so funny to me, like a pop song actually. But he's just saying all of the wrong things, right? That chorus, if you're 555, then I'm 666. Tum 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 tum. It sounds so cool when you're a kid and a teenager, but nowadays it's a little bit cringy to me, but I understand it. It's a statement. If you're 555, I'm 666. What's like to be a heretic? This track also has one of my favorite lines about society in general. Everybody's so infatuated, everybody's so complete sure of what we are. Everybody defamates from miles away, but face to face they haven't got a thing to say. Like, this is the current society, like Twitter, fucking Reddit, whatever. This just happens all the time and it's tiresome, like current day society sucks ass. Let's revert to Monkey, to Harambe, right now. Also rest in peace Harambe. Going back to this song, I love everything about it. The intro with Sid Wilson, the cool death metal guitar riff, doom 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 doom. The vocal performance, the bass lines, the drumming, everything, just everything, 11 out of 10. Gently is one of the first songs written by Slipknot. It was featured on their demo record, Made Feed Kill Repeat from 1996. This is a new version that has new lyrics, and that's about it. Also the intro is a little bit different. Besides that, this is the same exact song, and the original was already great, so this one is fantastic as well. This track is about addiction, mostly to drugs, how it helps you cope with the world, etc. Okay, fine. I do love its more introspective nature, the beautiful harmonies, the melodies. It sounds like a horror track, and it's beautiful, just beautiful. Gently my mind escapes into the relaxing world of pleasure, a pleasure that will take my mind off the reality of my life, my past life as I know it now. Great shit, I love all of the yes sounds, the yeah, that's life, yeah, that's life, yeah, do-do-do-doom, do-do-doom, do-do-do-doom, do-do-do-doom, do-do-doom. I think this is also the song where Clown has the biggest amount of backing vocals, because he's one of the writers of this track, 10 plus out of 10. Left Behind is one of the singles with a music video. This one is about Corey when he was homeless. It's a sad song, basically when people pretend they don't know you when you were at your lowest, and also he sings like he might forget the people that help him get through this, which is also quite sad. Overall, I love everything about this song. I think it lost the Grammy to Tool Schism, which is very sad. That main guitar riff lives in my head rent-free. I've known faces that have disappeared in time. Find me wrapped in glass and slowly soaked in lime. All my friends have pictures made to make you cry. I've seen this and wondered what I've done to gossip. Why I ignore you. As I close my eyes, I feel it all slipping away. We all got left behind, we let it all slip away. Again, I cannot sing, but I just love every single verse here, the chorus, the bridge part. I can hear you like the Holy Ghost. Probably the most melodic song on the record. Also shout out to that amazing music video that I would watch all the time when I was a kid in 2002 and 2003. Great stuff as well. 11 out of 10. The Shape is a song that might be about Michael Myers, I am not sure, but I know that Corey is a massive fan of horror movies. It's also my second least favorite song on the record, but don't worry, it's still perfect. There is nothing wrong with this song, it just doesn't hit as much as almost everything else on this release. The verses, too tragic to stay with you, too static to try for you. I love the weird effects in the background as this is happening. The chorus is my favorite part of the song. Separate. I've lost my only way. Separate. I've lost my only way. Separate. I've lost my only way. See the shape. Broken and thrown away. Great stuff, but also the bridge section deserves a shout out. Because it's so much heavier compared to the rest of the song. It just goes on and on. Draw conclusions, solutions. Anybody's one around. No, to the high mountain. And the final chorus where they just go off. It's just beautiful. Cherry on top of this cake. 10 out of 10. I Am Hated sounds like a sequel to Spit It Out. It's the most rap metalish song on the release. It's also my least favorite, which is quite funny because I love nu metal. I feel like it might be the effect on Corey's voice and all of that stuff, but overall this track is fun. It's against some of the nu metal bands that were criticizing Slipknot in the past, mostly Limp Bizkit, but they kissed and made up since then. Yet again, my favorite part of this song is the chorus. We are the anti-cancer, we are the only answer. Strip down, we want you dead, but what's inside of me you'll never know. And besides that, yet again, also the bridge is the best part after the chorus, 10 out of 10. Skin Ticket is in my top 5 Slipknot songs. I'm always between this one and Surfacing for number 1 spot. I just love how weird this sounds. It has so many crazy, eerie guitar melodies and effects done by Sid Wilson. The band is going off on this song. I love the intro. Doom, 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 doom. The percussion in the background. Boom, 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 boom. It has that occultic feeling to it. Those very eerie sounding verses. 0 and 0 is nothing but 0. Cancer and people conspire together. Running and going forever. Collected and sampled, starving for 0. Come see my cage, built in my grain. Come see my cage, built in my grain. Come see my cage, built in my grain. I just love that sound of either doors closing or whatever they're using here. It sounds very spooky. And then the entire bridge and outro section, which is keeping myself alive through your empathy, how he's screaming that. You can easily tell this is a song about trying to commit suicide, but you're not going through it because there are like people that are holding you back. This is something I can relate to because I have experienced this in my past. I had attempts before, which I talked more in the review of my own album, The Eternal Sun, which you can check out if you want to. This part of the song just speaks to me on an entire different level, and if you have ever been suicidal and you've listened through this song back then, you will know what I mean exactly. This song, besides having the best drumming, bass lines, guitar riffs and weird effects, it also has the best Corey vocal performance ever. 12 out of 10. Next we've got New Abortion, which is also in my top 5 Slipknot songs. I just love the intro. Yeah! I'm ethereal, my degeneration cereal. They stick to my skin like below cysts. I dare right with my nails and different fists. As this verse is going, we get to those weird guitar effects. Wow, wow, wow. I just love that. And then the chorus is so good. Everywhere you look, it's like they know their fingerprints are in my control. This is where the line is drawn, see. You can take my soul away from me. Also, we can hear a lot of backing vocals in this track, which makes me quite happy. The third verse just pops off and the song just becomes more and more brutal and dangerous. Then we go back to the chorus, then the bridge happens. You can take my soul away from me. All of those weird noises, and then we get the final chorus, which is just bonkers. And that slight blast beat section, the fuck you, do-do-doom, yeah, fantastic song, one of the best from Slipknot, period, 12 out of 10. Metabolic is a song about Corey's father and how much he hates him. I love the intro here. It's very weird, but then we get that verse, which is just straight up death metal music. God, I couldn't murder your promise, right before my eyes. Fantastic drumming by Joey, and also the end of this verse. I'm in so much pain, I have every fucking right to hate you. Dum 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 wow dum 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 dum. Fantastic stuff all the way, and then the pre-chorus, the hardest part was knowing that I could never be you. Now I'll just sit around and wish I could forget you. My demise. I took a life for life and I don't know rockery. I deny. I fought, but they keep on coming. Stop, I was ready to die, but you're killing me. So edgy, you know. Just epic song through and through. The bridge yet again is my favorite part because of Joey and the weird guitar riff. Wow, 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 wow. But I'm going to surprise you that this is not my favorite song on the record, but it's still fantastic all the way. But I'm going to surprise you that this is not my favorite song of the record, but it still slaps, 10 plus out of 10. And the final song, Iowa, which is about necrophilia, but it also might be about abusive relationships, who knows. I always thought it was about abusive relationship, to be quite honest. This is a new version of a track Killers Are Quiet from that demo album from 1996. It obviously has a different lyrics, because at the time Slipknot had a different vocalist. This track is known for being the most disturbing sounding song from Slipknot because Corey recorded his vocals naked in a booth while cutting himself with a glass and just vomiting over himself, and you can actually hear that in the song. What is funny is I didn't know all of this when I was like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and I would jump to this song and it's like, wow, this is so beautiful, this is a love song. That's what I thought about back then. I mean, it kinda is, just not in the way I thought over 20 years ago. This entire track has a very hypnotic nature to it just pulls you in and it will never let you go until it's over. It puts you in a trance. I just love all of the guitar riffs, the melodies, the bass line is fantastic here, shout out to Paul, rest in peace. I love the drumming as well, just everything. But I'm not going to lie that the vocal performance here takes the cake. The weird ha 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 in the background, the screaming as he's cutting himself, and Ross is just recording that. Oh guys, just do not let him bleed out. You can do everything else, just do not let him bleed out. He cannot die, but let's record that, let's record that. That's how Ross just looks to me. A complete lunatic for the art. The verses here sound very beautiful and romantic. You are my first. I can barely breathe, I find you fascinating. Something like that. You are my favorite. Lay you down to sleep, it's all that I can do to stop love. Doom do doom doom do doom do do doom do do doom. Doom do do doom do 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 doom do do doom. I also remember that this was the first song that made me think about women in a negative light. Because they were gushing over that part, you belong to me, I will kill you to love you, something like that. I remember I met some woman who's like pleasuring herself to that part and I was like, this is disgusting, who the hell are you? I'm like, I'm going away. Sorry guys for this awful story right here. But it did happen. Going back to the song, this is one of the best Slipknot tracks as well, 12 out of 10. To sum it up, the consistency is stable, the flow is ideal, rippability, yeah, this is a timeless release, every single song here slaps. This album has no flaws. It will always remain one of the best nu metal albums of all time. Throughout my entire life, I have never met even a single person that would not enjoy this release. If those people exist, I don't want them near me, to be honest. The highlights here for me are Skin Ticket, New Abortion, Iowa, the Heretic Anthem, Everything Ends, Disasterpiece, People Equal Shit, Left Behind, and Gently. Celebrate your sleep by spinning this record today, it deserves your attention. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, follow me on my Instagram, Slipknot, write down in the comment section your favorite songs from this release and what do you think about it. Also shout out to all my Patreon supporters who graciously sponsor these videos, you're truly wonderful, you can join them if you want so I can make an album video, Doom MIDI cover video of your choice. Also check out my Slipknot, the Heretic Anthem Doom MIDI cover, which is pretty good. See you next time, bye!